Okay, a little education. Today we are doing Ludwig van Beethoven. Pretend this is like a little bus sitting on your piano. Okay, so we're gonna get started and we're gonna start with his face. So he's got more, as you can tell, a square face. So I want you guys to put a line down on either side. And then on the top, you can just bring it over. And on the bottom, we're gonna make it more angular. So he's got this very strong jawline and come across the bottom. It does look like he has a butt chin. So we're just going to bring it up a little bit and down a little bit. So it shows his distinct chin. Okay, so now we're gonna put a line right down the middle and then a line across the middle, okay? It's kind of the middle. Okay, so on that line, we're gonna do his eyes. So it's going to just go up and over, but before you get to the line, you wanna just stop. Don't make it go all the way to the line. And then do the same thing on this side, up and over, but stop before you get there. It's a little crease out there. And this is where you make that on either side. And then now you wanna come across the bottom and connect it. Now I did not put eyeballs in them because I want them to make them look like a statue. So yeah, maybe it looks a little creepy, but I thought it was kind of cool. Okay, then now right here in the middle, I want you to make an oval for his nose and then just a straight line for his mouth, just so we know where that is, okay? So then you can erase your T-bar because we're done with it. Okay. So now what we're doing is we're gonna do his nose. So we've got this part of the nose. Now I want you to put circles on either side like this. Now we're gonna connect them. So they're gonna go like this. And then we can erase a little bit in there to give it that look. And then, okay, that's his nose. And then his mouth, I guess we're gonna make it a little bit, we'll just have a bottom chin. I didn't give it too much of anything really. And above his eyes, it almost looks like he's scowling or very serious. His crease line's going right on. Okay, on his upper lid. And then for his fantastic eyebrows, you're gonna go up and over. And then you can do them on this side too. And just put some little lines in there. So Ludwig van Beethoven is arguably one of the most influential classic music composers of all times. So even though maybe the younger generations might not have heard him, I recommend, you know, every once in a while. I think for my art students today, I'm gonna put on some classical music. This is his little crease line here. It's deep in thought, you know? Oh, we also want some crease lines right by his nose. And when we shade, I'm gonna show you how I shade it so you can make it look more real. Okay, so coming out of the top of his head, we are going to have his hair. So you can just have pieces of hair. And have some more hair coming out here. I'm going to be adding more hair in between these, but these are like the main pieces. And then I have this hair swooshed down on either side. So right here, I'm going to swoosh over, and the same thing over here. It's going to go up and over, and we're going to swoosh it, and we'll be taking those little sides off. So now you can come in here and erase that part. And then now we can add some more bloop hair. And we're gonna put some hair right across the top here. And then you can add some more pieces of hair. All right, so we have hair coming out at this side here, swooping. And then I put some more hair coming out right here. He has some, actually, looks like he's got, I don't think it's a wig. He's got quite the head of hair, to be honest. He was born in Germany, and see, I'll put a piece right here, in 1770. Pretty cool. Okay, right up here. And his dad wanted him to actually be a singer. He attempted it, but he couldn't sing. So we realized that wasn't his gift. So his dad made him, let's make a couple more lines here, practice instruments and music every single day. All right, so before we do more of his hair, we're gonna do his collar. So coming right above the jawline, I want you to make his collar come out, okay? You see right out there. And then now we're gonna make his collar come in. So his dad would make him practice hours and hours each day and would get mad at him if he like messed up at all. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is right here, I want you to make that's like a square. And then on each side of the square, we're gonna be making, it's like his tie here. Do the same thing over here. So he had to drop out of school when he was 11 years old. Yeah, and you're like, why? Well, it's because he had to go and help support the family. That happened a lot back then. They'd have him go to school for a little bit, but then they're like, sorry, we need you. Okay, so what I just made it look like, oh, I'm gonna add one more here. It looks like it's been wrapped. And then from here, I want you to bring a line down. This is gonna be his wrap underneath. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come across and just make a couple of lines right here. Okay. All right, so now I want you, between here and here, we're gonna make a line. It's gonna jump over his scarf and then come down. So do the same thing up here. We do a line down, jump over his tie, and then this one's gonna overlap. We're gonna do this one again. So do a line down, jump over, touch. And from here, we're gonna make a line down, jump over, and touch. So now we're gonna put his jacket on. So his jacket's gonna come out of here, and then fling it out, makes it look dramatic. And then we're gonna do a light, like a line all the way from the bottom, touching this side, make it come up, and then touch that side. So it goes from one side to the other, and then we'll put the collar in here, which we will erase some here. So right in here, I'm going to erase this little triangle. Bloop. Gives a little extra character. And then erasing this side. Super job. And he published his first composition when he was 12. What was I doing at 12? Clearly nothing as important. I think I was still playing with little Barbies and dolls. Okay, so we're gonna do a button right here. Yeah, clearly nothing that impressive. All right, so coming out of the bottom, we're gonna make the pedestal he's on. So we're gonna make a curvature here. Then if you have a ruler, super. Or if you just have a piece of paper, make a line across. So if you want it to be straight, and we're gonna have parallel lines. So we're gonna do another one. And come down here, and then try to do another parallel lines. Oops. Oh, this one's just gonna be like a rectangle. Okay, so I don't know if I aim this right. So this is gonna come out here, go down, and then make it come out. Loop it down, come out. All right, so now we're ready to shade. Oh wait, we gotta finish his hair, buddy. Okay, so he's got like these sideburns going on. So right out of here, we're gonna be making, it's like his sideburns right there. So do the same thing on this side. And then now you can finish off with some hair coming behind and add some more lines. Super. Okay, so now let's do the shading. So I didn't really do much in the eyes, but by the nose, we are going to shade. So I want you to take your pencil and lightly shade down by the nose. And then this side even lighter. Barely going, just make it go down. And then on the sides, I want you to make it go down so it looks more three-dimensional. And we'll be using our finger. I use my finger a lot when I shade, so I'm gonna show you how. This is where his cheek is. Bring it on down. Do along the bottom, okay? Same thing on this side. And I think I actually put a slight shade on all of it, but I'll get to that. So it's just a little bit more here. Let's get some under the chin. We're gonna get some under the nose. And with the nose, you can just kind of go a little bit over it like this, a little bit. All right, so what we're gonna do now, I want you to lightly shade the whole face. Light, super lightly. Just so it looks like it has some color on it. Wow, he's kind of looking like a goat right about now, but we'll still work on that. So I'm gonna go a little darker along the edge again. Darker along this edge. So I want you to take your finger. So now I'm gonna take my finger and I'm going to rub. Don't just rub like this, rub for a purpose. So I'm going where I drew it in dark. I'm gonna go around the eyes. So go where you want it darker. Go under the chin, under the lip here. So then if you're like, oh man, I think I just colored it too dark, then you can come in with your eraser and just kind of go, get some little highlights in here. See how it's just picking that up? I'm gonna put some up here. See how that makes it look better. And I think I might even go around, and I'm gonna make his chin more defiant. So now you can take your pencil, if you like the way your drawing is, and go over all your pencil lines harder on all of it, the parts that especially if you want the eyebrows to be nice and bold. Wow, I kind of just went a little crazy there, but that's okay. All right, so maybe I'm gonna go around the outside of his eyes just a little bit. And you can always just rub. Give him some eyebrows. Okay. And if it's getting a little too dark, then just go in with your pencil and just erase some of these spots in here. Make it look like it's made of ceramic. So now you want to do the same thing all over. So with the hair, what I did is I'm just going to lightly go over all the hair. Then I'm going to rub it, and then I'm going to go over all, you know what, I'm just going to do one side. Why am I doing the whole thing? Okay, so I'm just going to do lightly over all the hair. Now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to rub it. And then now go over all of your lines again. If you want to add more lines, you can. Make them thicker in some areas. Okay, if you want to come in here, make it extra dark. So you're just going to play with it. So just keep going over and over it. And then under his chin right here, we're going to make this a little darker. And go over all of your lines a little bit more. So then rub. It's dark right underneath here, under his chin. Lots of rubbing. And if you think you've rubbed too much, or just come in here with your eraser and just erase a little bit, give it some highlights in there. Look at that, that looks really cool. And even here, we'll highlight. Okay, so you're gonna go under here. This is dark. And you can come in here, let's just rub. Get some colors and rub. You probably have so much on your finger that you can just kind of oils in there and rub. So can always come in here and do our erasing. So now I made this part darker. So then I'm gonna come in here, even though it's not like a painting, I just thought it needed to look like there was different layers. So I made this part darker. Okay, and so I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh yeah, I made that too dark. That's okay. You just can come in here, take some color out, no big deal, okay? And you could do it over again. Say, yeah, I didn't like that. I kind of like went a little overboard. And we can go a little softer here. All right, so now I'm gonna go over it's not it, it's Beethoven. I'm gonna go over Beethoven's tie, extra thick. Okay, let's give it a good rub. And you can come in here on the tie. Okay, all right, so I just want you guys to play with Beethoven and see if you can get it all done. You can see where I did it darker, so it's gonna be darker down here. And then I made it darker down here. And then also I made this side dark so it matches. Because whatever you do on one side, you want to do on the other side, okay? All right, and then go over around the outside, extra dark, and then you can just lightly just shade this in, and then go over it with your finger, and then you can take out any color you want with your eraser, okay? All right, but I think we got it. Pretty exciting. And cheers to Ludwig Van Beethoven. Okay, have a good day. Bye, guys.